Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I have a review of the CronusMax. This is a device that goes in your PC or your Xbox or PS3 or Wii U, Xbox One, PS4, pretty much any gaming console. It allows you to use any controller on that console, so you can use a PS4 controller on an Xbox One or a PS3 controller on an Xbox 360. And what I find the coolest about this, though, is you can add like modifications to connections in between. So you can make any controller a rapid fire controller, as well as a bunch of other modifications, which is extremely awesome. And basically how this works is you just plug in your controller to there, and then you plug this into your Xbox, and then to edit the device's functions and things like that, you just plug this into your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the software for this and kind of how it works. Alright, so this is the software that comes with the device. You download this software off of CronusMax.com, and right now this is what it looks like before you connect your device or anything. But first, what you need to do is go to Tools, and then you go to G-Tuner Update, and then I already have the latest update, so I can't do it, but you will need to do that before connecting your device. And then what you want to do here is connect your device, so you just plug this into here, and you will get nice little LEDs that show you that it is in fact connected. And then you want to go to Tools, and you go to Firmware Update, and again, I already have it all updated, but otherwise that's how you would do it. So if you go down here to Programmer, we can see that I already have the Call of Duty series mod installed essentially, and they have 9 different slots. So to program one, you could take like a Black Ops 2 one and just drag it over here. And so on mode 2, that would be a Black Ops 2 mod pack essentially. So this Call of Duty series, I'll kind of show you what it does in a second, but then you would just press program device slots. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and it kind of says that, and it says programming mode, and then it's rebooting the device. And then it is done, so now I have the Black Ops 2 mod pack on slot 2. And to see what each of the mod packs do, we can click on this one, which is what I have, Call of Duty series. And it just have a nice user manual, so it tells you how to do everything on here. Is game pack instructions, game pack configuration, and there's all these different mods: rapid fire, burst fire, fire mode, which is you can change the sensitivity required to do things. So like with the Xbox 360 controller, it measures how much you're pushing on one of the triggers, so you can change how much is required to do certain things. And then we have shot mode and all these kind of things: jump shot, side shot, drop shot. And then there's fast reload, easy sprint, turbo, melee. And then you can also change your button layout. For example, if you were knifing, I have it on tactical, so I used the B button, but if I did this, it would automatically use the right stick, which I would not want, so I changed mine to tactical. And you can just do all this kind of stuff, and then they have some recommendations for mod classes, but of course you don't have to actually do those. So once we have our mod pack installed, we can go ahead and plug this device into the Xbox 360. Alright, so I have in fact plugged in the device. If you look here, you can see that on the CronusMax it says AU. AU, that is meaning you need to authenticate the device before you can use it, and to do that basically you just need a wired Xbox 360 controller. So this is my wired Xbox 360 controller. It is just a Mad Catz controller, but it doesn't have to be a Microsoft one. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in here. Oops, wrong way. And then you just need to push any button here. So as you can see, I pushed a button, and now it says 0, and so that means it is on mode 0. So if I push a button here, it is on mode 1, and then it is mode 2. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Xbox 360, and then I'm going to unplug this controller and plug in a SCUF controller, just to kind of show you guys that you can modify any controller. SCUF controller is 100% Major League Gaming legal, so there's not any really modification that it comes with. So I'm just showing you guys that you can completely modify your own controllers too. Even if that controller is not modded internally, you can actually make it modded. So to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and plug in one of these Microsoft wireless receivers here. This is what it looks like here. It's just a Microsoft wireless Xbox 360 receiver, and I'm just going to plug it in here. And then you need to turn on your SCUF controller here. or it doesn't have to be a SCUF controller, obviously it can be a regular Microsoft one. Then if you look over here, you can see that this controller does in fact work. It is hooked up via the wireless receiver plugged into the CronusMax. This controller does work. I'm going to show you guys some gameplay on the screen right now. In this gameplay, I am basically just using the CronusMax and a rapid fire setting. On the CronusMax, I'm using a SCUF controller, so this controller is not modified in any way except for the pedals in the back and everything like that, but it's not modded illegally anyway, I guess. So this has been my review of the CronusMax. It is extremely useful if you would like to use controllers on consoles that don't support that controller, or my personal favorite use is using rapid fire mods on controllers that shouldn't have rapid fire mods. For example, the SCUF controller I was demonstrating with, I can now jump shot and use a rapid fire mod at the same time. I don't really promote cheating, I guess, but it is pretty cool to be able to do so. So this device is about $60 and is a lot cheaper than a modded controller, and you can completely customize all the algorithms and everything like that. You can make your own mods essentially. And because it is a flash drive, you just connect it to your computer and then you can update. So if there is a mod that was just released or something and you think is only available on a certain controller, something like that, you can either make the mod yourself if you want to program it, or you can just wait a little bit and then you update and this mod will be available on this CronusMax. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next review.